Heads up, 20 ups, it's Wednesday. It's actually the first time I've said it like that. I have cookies. I'm going to start off with Lucy. Your daughter is adorkable. Catch that. And I hope we see more of her. Your childhood memory was also really touching. I actually did cry. And that was just, oh my god. Craig, I also stopped at 251 Pokemon, but I never got back into the series. The only thing I liked about the anime was Team Rocket, but I seem to favor villains in like everything for some weird reason. So yeah. TJ, that is a cool almost name. The closest I've got to something like that is that I was born Rema Eileen Tebow. My biological dad and my mom split up, and then I was adopted by my dad, the man who raised me, and that changed my last name to Cyphers. It's all good. Hanson was the first cassette you bought. Me too. That is weird. That's cool, but that is weird. Jins, if you've never seen snow, you have to sometime in your life. Everyone should see snow at least once in their life, in my opinion. And 5 People You Meet in Heaven. Amazing book and a great film. So, Danielle, I would love if those were your mini lessons. That would be awesome. Because I would love to be able to play my flute again. I have it. I might show it sometime, but I would love to be able to play it again. And I think teaching music theory would be cool, but isn't that a lot to teach? And I don't know, maybe if you want to do both, I say take one of the lessons and do it on your channel and do the other one here, since you want to make sure we can read music again. By the way, I'm sorry a little of you died, since I kind of started the whole line of not being able to read music notes. I'm sorry. Okay, I am geeky like that too, about getting background information on things. That is one of my geekiest qualities. Okay, Phantom Tollbooth. I need to read the book. I've only seen the film. I promise it's on my list. I also have an omnibus of Hitchhiker's Guide and Sherlock Holmes. And I'm still trying to get to reading those. I also have an omnibus of all of Lewis Carroll's work that I need to get reading. It's nice that you're a Ravenclaw, Danielle. And Hufflepuffs, you guys are of a group like nature, so the fact that we've got 4 Hufflepuffs in the group kind of makes sense. To, you know, if you think about it. As you can tell, I'm wearing my Slytherin pride. We're Gryffindor-less at the moment. Sometimes hot-headedness can be good, sometimes not so much. So, guess we're okay. Okay, book recommendations. I'm going to give links to Amazon.com, and if there is a Wikipedia page, to that as well in the underbar for everyone, so you can actually see reviews to these books if you've never heard of them, other than my own, or even buy them, considering it's Amazon. And yes, Jins, you can order things like books from Amazon and have them shipped to you if you didn't know that. Just throwing that out there. I did look that up. So, first one. There is no cover to this, but it is called Empress of the World by Sarah Ryan. I'm going to start out by saying that this is a GLBT fiction for young adults. It's about a girl who goes to a summer camp that's really more of like cram school in Japan, and they have specialized fields for certain types of things, and this one girl falls in love with another girl there, and she doesn't really ever want to label herself anything. By the end of it, she actually hasn't labeled herself anything, but she finds out more about herself through this relationship, as well as having the experience of her first love. And I think it is brilliant for this woman's first novel. Apparently there's a sequel-like book out that I need to read. And it is awesome. I'm going to have to thank you, Danielle. You completely avoided Gregory Maguire. You had 2 of his books on your shelf. You avoided them. I, too, have Gregory Maguire, The Wicked Years, which, as of this book, it is now a series. There is a 4th book being written, so it's Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, Son of a Witch, and A Lying Among Men. And it starts out with giving you a story behind the 2 famed witches of Oz, one named Elphaba, who is green and outcast for that, and then Galinda, who we know as Glinda the Good. It works more on the movie verse than the actual Oz books at first, and then you do start to eventually see how Gregory Maguire has incorporated the movie and the book universe into the whole series. And there's references to multiple Oz books, all of which I also recommend, but I myself have not yet read. Bad me. Son of a Witch, we are focused on a boy named Lear, and our main focus through this is what he does after the witch has been melted and Dorothy leaves, and yeah. And then A Lion Among Men. One of the biggest focus of A Lion Among Men is the Cowardly Lion. But we also have this input to this backdrop of Oz and what it has become since the witch died and the wizard left. That's really very interesting, and that's really when you start to see different things from the books start to come in to the series, and I can't wait for the next one. I just can't. I've read A Lion Among Men I've only read twice. Son of a Witch I've read like 4 or 5 times, and Wicked I've read at least 10. I love it that much. I'm actually, it's always on my reread list. And another one, I haven't read Lost yet, and I noticed you had that, Danielle, on your bookshelf. I still have to read that, but I have Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister. This is Cinderella with a twist, and it's also set in, like historically, it's very interesting, and it tries to give you a historical backdrop to it. It's like in Denmark or Norway or something. So, yeah. This next book is just a very interesting book. It's actually not a book, it's a comic book. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac by Jonan Vasquez. We all know Invader Zim. This is what he did before Zim. I recommend anyone and everyone get this. Just, even if you find something of it online, you gotta be able to handle the violence. Because this is about a homicidal killer who never gets caught. Ever. The only thing I've read by Amy Tan, the only thing I've ever read by Amy Tan is Joy Luck Club. And the film is great, but the book is better. And she's one of the authors that I love her writing in this so much that I need to get more books of hers and read them. She's that awesome. Series-wise, as well as The Wicked Years, I recommend anything by Mary Janice Davidson. I've currently been reading 2 of her series. I'm on to the 3rd book of the Fred the Mermaid series. A mermaid named Fred, or Frederica. Very interesting. She's got this marine biologist in love with her and a prince of the mer people. Very interesting stuff. And then the Undead series, or the Queen Betsy series. You might have seen things like this one recently. Werewolves have come into it, recently. I'm actually missing a book in the series. But this is an awesome book series. There's 2, 4, 6, there's 8 books right now in the series that have been published. There's actually a 9th one about to come out. And she's getting done with the series. So there's going to be like 10 or 11 books in the series total. But it is an awesome series. So, and then my last one, and I left this last because of its more adult nature, is this. I love this book. It's called Tommy's Tales, you can see. It's by Alan Cumming, who we all know. Trust me, we all know who Alan Cumming is. He played that sleazy producer in Josie and the Pussycats. He was that mad scientist with the thumb people in Spy Kids. And he played Nightcrawler in X-Men 2. So we all know who Alan Cumming is. And he's a very awesome guy. He's more known for his stuff on Broadway. But this book, it's very graphic. It's about a gay man who thinks he has all his priorities in life figured out, and something happens, and he gets basically woken up and realizes that his life is not what he wants it to be. But yeah, it's very graphic sexually. There's drug use mentioned, and there's language. So be warned if you do want to go and read this book, that it is a very adult book. Everything else that I've got, Mary Janice Davidson's books are somewhat adults. Yeah, they are. They're adult, period. Give it up. They're adult. But yeah, those are my book recommendations. So I will see you all later. dft.ba. Lucy, it's your turn. Bye.